Okay, so this is the final chapter. The final countdown? No, that's a different song. All right, this is the final chapter, chapter 70. You've made it all the way to the end. This is my last video. And what better way to finish out a semester of Western classical music than to talk in the very last chapter about your favorite genre, opera. I know you're all super psyched. Admittedly, this piece is really profound. It's a big piece. And I really love this composer, John Adams. He starts off in his career as a minimalist, along with Steve Reich and another guy, Philip Glass, who you've heard in this section as well. And he's incredibly important. As he has gotten older, his music has turned way more into a post-romantic style that's emotional but dark and heavy and deals with the heavy subjects of the world. This piece in particular, it's a historical drama but set in a modern opera. It's called Dr. Atomic. It deals with the 5 days leading up to the first atomic bomb tests and all of the craziness that is. He combines such a variety of music and kind of histories and religions even into this one opera that it makes it very controversial. The song that you'll hear in this piece, the first song is called Batter My Heart. And man, it's like the music is so crazy, and it's like the chaos of nuclear explosion getting ready to happen and how wacky the world is getting ready to be. And then this guy sings this sonnet by John Donne, which was written like in the 1600s. Batter my heart, I'm broken. It's so powerful. And then the next piece uses words and imagery of Krishna, the Hindu god, which, again, in a Christian country, I say that with air quotes not to be offensive or upset anybody, but that's how a lot of people feel. The inclusion of Indian or Hindu gods was quite controversial, especially with this piece. I got to tell you a little bit more about John Adams, though. I mentioned that he's kind of postmodern, that he has moved beyond minimalism and beyond even romanticism, post-romanticist. He's a post-romanticist. Big orchestras like the Romanticists, but the themes are really heavy and they're really big and they're often political. He won the Pulitzer Prize, the same major award that Jennifer Higdon won. In 2002, he won it for a piece called On the Transmigration of Souls. I was at the premiere of this piece in New York. And I've got to say, I don't know that I've ever been moved as much by a piece of music as I was by this piece. This was written in 2002 or premiered in 2002, which is just 1 year after the 9/11 attacks of 2001. Now, I know for a lot of you, you might not have been born yet or you were a baby, you don't remember it. But for those of my age or a little older, I know exactly where I was when those towers came down. I was in Indianapolis. I was asleep. My roommate had to wake me up to turn on the news to see what was going on. And right as I turned it on, the first tower fell. I was getting my master's degree in composition at Butler, where I went to school. Anyway, it's an incredibly hard time. And that particular event is kind of like my generation's JFK assassination, or maybe the generation before their Pearl Harbor. It's the event you know exactly where you were. You remember those feelings, and they're incredibly strong even now. So this piece is a really hard one to listen to because there is pre-recorded tracks that go along with the orchestra performance, and all 3,000 plus names of the victims are on that recording, being played back as the orchestra is playing. There's also some audio of final phone calls that were left on voicemail or a messenger, where you hear people saying goodbye to their family. They know they're not going to make it out of the towers. They expect to die. It's an incredibly sobering piece. Worth a listen, worth experiencing it, but incredibly heavy. Also, an absolute shoe-in for the Pulitzer Prize. It's the most important piece written that year, right? Celebrating the lives of those who died, but also lamenting the fact that our entire world changed on that day. And you hear that in that piece. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this course. I hope that you've enjoyed this semester. I know it's a lot of material in a really short period of time. 5 weeks is almost too short to do this class, but I hope it's opened up your ears, opened up your minds to this type of music, and really just the evolution of music that has happened over the last 1,000 years. Honestly, the stuff that you listen to on the radio doesn't exist without everything you've heard and talked about and discussed and learned about in this course. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm glad I got to meet a few of you at the concert back on the 20th of July. I'm glad that those of you that are far and abroad, even in Argentina, Santi, I'm looking at you. I'm glad that you guys were able to enjoy the course and be able to be fully involved in everything that was going on with this course as well. And I hope that you guys are able to close out your summer strong. So here's to seeing you hopefully soon on campus or otherwise. Have a good summer. Bye.